Hello.
We're back just like that.
Here we are once again.
Yes.
Well, right now we're going to do another Being BBW. We have a whole bunch of other videos about this. But this, I guess, episode, I don't know what you want to call it, this show, whatever, is going to be, the topic is going to be In the Closet BBW Lovers. It's going to be about guys who like bigger women when it comes to internet or behind closed doors, but when it's out in public, it's a no-go. So we're going to be ranting and raving about this situation right now. I've noticed myself, because I am on, I guess, I don't know, 2 dating sites I'm on, and I'm in a few Facebook groups for bigger women, and I've noticed myself that not every guy, so I'm not saying everybody, and again, this is my experience, so I don't want anybody coming and jumping and saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, because this is what me and Kerry go through, that there are guys that are all about BBWs when they're Facebook messaging you or texting you or whatever it may be that they're contacting you, that they're all about BBWs supposedly. Oh, I love big women, I love thick women, whatever they want to call you. But yet, if you ever do meet them face to face, they're completely different. Like, where, okay, they might come over, say they want to come by you. They'll come by you. You could go by them, but maybe you don't go out as much. If you ever notice that, like, how come we don't ever go out in public? Or how come you can flirt with me online, but you can't put up any pictures with me to show, like, there's all different ways to talk about an In the Closet BBW lover. And I have to say, if that's something that really irks me, that is, oh my God, that is really a big, that's really a big irker to me, when guys act like they're all about a bigger woman, but yet meanwhile they either never been with one, or they're only going to act like that's how they are online, but meanwhile outside, or the best is when a guy adds you. This is another thing, when you meet a guy in a group and he adds you, and every picture, oh my God, people, my hair is in my eye, and every girl on his, like, not on his friends list, every girl in his pictures is somewhat, like, just skinny or a tad bit chubby. You don't see any full-figured women. You don't see anything like that. You see girls that are either skinny or, like, a little tiny bit chubby, and you're like, so wait, who is this? Who's that? Just say you ex. Oh, that's an ex. Oh, that's a good friend. And you're like, wait, so all you hang out with is skinny girls, but meanwhile, you're into me. Like, it just seems weird, like, that's what you call an In the Closet BBW lover, where online, they love you. Behind closed doors, they love you. But when it comes to being out in public or hanging out with friends or family, they don't want nothing to do with it. And to me, that's wrong, because if you're going to like me enough to do A, B, and C, it's just wrong to me. Like,
well, sure, I mean, I agree with that. And I mean, I've experienced that myself, where online and everything like that is all great, but then and when you get in person, everything just changes, and you wonder why. Like, oh, online you weren't like this, like, I don't understand, and then you wanted to meet me so bad, and then when you're here, you're like all quiet and like they're not really saying anything. I'm like, okay, like, but then again, you know what, it happens. It's wrong, but it happens. It's like there's really not much you could do to change it. That's just how some men are. They feel the need to be hidden about certain things and not really state what's on their mind. Like, they're not going to come out and say, I really like you for who you are, I want to make this work. Some guys are like, oh, but I'm like, yeah, well, then don't expect me to be cool with that. Like, what if I want to say, like, oh, let's go here? Like, don't tell me no then. But that happens.
Like, another thing that bothers me is that, like, if you're going to say you like a bigger woman, make sure that you have proof to back it up. Like I always say, I say it to her. It's a mean line. I say to her. I say it to the people. Action speaks louder than words. Therefore, rather than just come out and say, I love BBWs. Oh my God, big girls are the best. Show it. Prove it. Like, don't, if this hair doesn't stay here, like, show it. Prove it. Like, say, like, okay, I really love BBWs. Okay, you want to come here? Come here. You want to go by your place? Go by your place. But not every meeting or date has to be behind closed doors. Say to the girl, hey, listen, I was thinking, you want to go to the mall, you want to go out to the movies, out to dinner, whatever it may be. Show that you really do love BBWs and that you have nothing to hide. Like, to me, I don't see, okay, honestly, I don't see the bad thing about men dating bigger women. I know there's a lot of people who talk like, oh, well, she's unhealthy, or oh, well, she's too big, and how could you do A, B, and C with her, or oh, you can't do, like, first of all, like, just like females have preferences. If a girl's preference is that she loves tall men, let her love tall men. If she loves short men, skinny men, big men, white, black, whatever it may be, if there's girls that have preferences, they have preferences. There are guys that have preferences. It shouldn't be a big deal what your preference is, because if you are wrong word. If that's what you want to do and you want to go out and meet the type of person you're interested in, you should be able to. Don't let your boys or your family or something stop you. Just like a girl, don't let your female friends, your family be like, oh, you shouldn't date him because he's this, he's that. It shouldn't be like that, you know. But that's another problem too. Like, family will, you know, talk in your head like, oh, you really want to do this, you really want to do that, and then, you know, so either way, stuff happens. But that's one thing that really I just cannot take, is when a guy says he loves big women. No, I love big women, that's all I love, that's all I date, that's all I'm into. They give you all this positive talk about that's what they're into, but yet they show you different otherwise. Whether it be, like I said, whether it be that they'll be flirtatious with you through text and messaging and phone calls, and when they're here or when you're there, you could be the most excuse me, you could be the most romantic couple when you're texting and calling and in each other's company, face to face, one-on-one. You could be, it could feel like you can't take your hands off each other. But the fact is, something else that's a major part of a relationship is, you know, not always just being inside somebody's house, or not always being in a closed-in area. Like, show, like, the girls show you're proud of your man, and the men should show the same thing. But there are some guys out there, and I'm saying there's girls that are guilty of it too. There are girls that are skinny and that like big men, that say that they like big men or husky men, yet they're ashamed too. Like, oh, I don't want my friends to see I'm dating him. But if you're happy, and if you're both happy and in love and attracted, and what is the harm? You shouldn't let other stuff interfere, you know.
But you shouldn't, but you know why? It's true. Some people have the issue where they let friends' opinions get to them, and the friends might be like, oh, but she's big, or oh, he's big, or oh, he's this. So I'm like, I look at the philosophy like this: if the person is happy and that's what makes them happy, if they're happy with who they're with, and if they get along and everything's good, why hate? Why do you gotta sit here and cause problems? Why? It's not worth it, unless you really feel like that person's in danger, or that person is something bad's gonna happen. But if you see like, no, the person, I met them, they're fine, they're nice, and they're happy together, I can't really stop that. Like, but some people find the need, even if they don't even know the person, they find the need to get involved, to lie, to say that I found this person on here doing this. And I'm like, how do you even know what they're doing? Like,
unless you're a stalker.
True.
But like, another thing that gets me a little ticked off is when a guy, how could you say it? When a guy tells you like, no, you know, I don't mind the guys that say that they date every type of woman. I know a lot of girls don't like that. Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, I date girls that are skinny, chubby, big. I don't mind that, because if I really can see in his past that he has dated, it doesn't bother me. Other girls aren't a fan of that either, because they feel that he'll leave you or cheat on you for someone skinny. But therefore, I always give the person the benefit of the doubt, because if you are really happy and in love, there should be no cheating, you know. But like, I just don't agree with guys that claim, like, okay, like a few guys in the group, you can tell, I understand they say, don't stereotype, don't judge, this, that, the other. Listen, if anybody wants to tell me about judging, you can talk to me one-on-one, because I've been judged for like 90% of my life, like about, oh, she's like this, she's like that, she's like this, meanwhile I'm none of the above, you know. But don't tell me not to do it, because it's funny, because everybody does it to big people. Like, I see guys in some of the groups I'm in, and you can just tell by the pictures they put up, if it's really them, because there's a lot of people out there that catfish and do fake shit. But if the person is really that person on the picture, you can tell that that guy has never dated a big girl in his life. Like, when you see the pictures of a guy that's constantly at the gym, constantly working out, literally has a 6-pack or a 9-pack, whatever it may be, and they are like built and they look like they could become a doll, that's how, you know, good they look, you know that he never dated a big girl. Like, and I hate when girls say, don't ever say never, because my boyfriend, like, listen, if a guy is going to be a workout person and a health fanatic, he is not going to date a girl that is not like him. I understand people are going to say, oh, but I just don't see it, because a guy usually that's like that wants a girl like that. Like, he wants a girl that he can go to the gym with, or because he wants to know if he's walking around with the girl, that the girl that's walking with him has to look good. Not saying that a big girl, and I'm not downing, because obviously I'm big myself, not that I'm downing a big woman, but you know, I'm telling you, 90% of the men, if they look like that, if they have like that nice 6-pack and it's like, you know, all the abs, they're not going to want a girl that's big, because they're going to feel like, unless the guy really is a BBW lover and he just likes to, he's a health fanatic with himself. But most men that are like that, I've noticed, they'll tell you that online, but yet you'll never meet them. It'll just be like an online thing, like, unless it's just like a fetish. That's another thing. That's a whole nother video, should be dedicated to fetishes. Like, we're not going to talk about that here, but that's one thing I hate a guy to say. When a guy comes out and says, oh, I love BBWs, da-da-da-da-da-da, and then you hear the word, oh, it's always been a fetish of mine. Right away, to me, that's an automatic X, delete, ignore, block, whatever, because I don't deal with guys. To me, you telling me that I'm your fetish, honestly, you know what else that tells me? It tells me the magic words of, all I'm going to want you for is for sexual pleasure, and you're not going to be good to be my companion, my lover, my friend. You're not going to be good to be somebody to spend your life with. So therefore, I don't want to be a part of you. A fetish to me doesn't mean long-term in love. To me, fetish means you get what you want. Once that fetish is done with, you're done with that person, and I don't want to be a part of that. So that's a whole nother video. We'll get on fetishes another time. But right now it's about In the Closet BBW Lovers, and I'm so about that, because there are so many guys these days that are on like I said, even on dating sites, like, that they are just, you could just tell. Like, I've got messages in the past about, like, oh my God, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, I love A, B, and C about you. Meanwhile, you look at the guy's pictures, and you're like, really? So you write back, and I'll be honest, not all the time, but I do say, like, really, you are into big women? Oh yes, that's all I date, that's all I love and everything. But yet you could tell that it's a lie. You know, like, you could tell that it's either just that he is desperate and looking for something, and in his head he thinks by talking to a big woman and giving her compliments that she's gonna just, like, do whatever he wants for him. Like, you're talking to the wrong person, because you're not going to get that from me, you know, like, so, it's just,
yeah, I mean, they're pretty much everywhere you go. Even though they might disguise it and try to hide it with other shit, then meanwhile, every time it always seems to creep up somewhere, where you could tell, like, if you hang out and you're always indoors, or you could hang out, but it's always by your house, and it's never by him. Like, you could kind of get some clues and be like, well, if you're not going to ever invite me by you, obviously there's a reason for that. Like, you're not going to want people to see me and you together. God forbid, you know, we figure to, you know, me and you walking out of, like, a train station together. Oh, God, the world might come to a crashing end, you know, but it's true. Like I said, a lot of things happen that shouldn't. I'm against it, too. I don't like it. it's happened to everybody. It's happened to us. It's, you know, it's going to continue happening because sorry, that's my phone. If people can't, to me, I'm honest. If I could see that things are weird and things aren't going well, I'm just going to be like, look, something's obviously not right. I'm not getting the vibe like I should, and I really feel like, you know what, like, I don't want to keep this going because of what's the point? Because then if I keep this going, then I'm only going to hurt myself in the end. So I feel like if the person, just be honest. If you're not really, then tell the person. Just say, well, I've never really dated a big girl, and that's when I hear that, and I'm like, alright, I'm going elsewhere because I'm not going to be your first and have to deal with all that crap and have to hear stuff, because I just don't want to be put through that. Like, it's already bad enough as it is. I mean, really.
It's not, and also, like, what is the point of being an in the closet BBW lover? Because what if you, like, this is how I feel, this goes out to all the guys out there, what if you meet a girl that is BBW and you end up having a great time with her? What if you end up having lots of laughs, your conversation, every conversation is right on point? What about, you know, if you're attracted? What about if there's, you know, sexual attraction? What about if everything that you wanted is in that big girl, but yet because you're in the closet about it, you don't want to bring her around your family
you don't
and
want
friends?
To, like, you don't want to, like, precede it.
What
like,
do you do? Do you sit there and do you fight with yourself to think of a way to do it, to not be such a
baby about it?
Yeah,
like,
well, baby, that's it. I was going to think of a nastier word, but I don't know who's watching this. But it starts with the letter P. And the whole fact is, like, do you fight with yourself to say, like, maybe I should just man up and just, you know, be like, damn, I really do love this girl wholeheartedly? Or do you literally sit there and
just, like, end it?
Because you're too childish to, you know, just, I don't know, like, I always wondered, like, why? Like, and I'll tell you right now, I have a lot of experience in that department because I've been with a few guys, or I've met a few guys that our conversation, great. We laughed all the time and this, that, but yet there was, like, that little thing where you knew, and it obviously it never worked out because I'm not with them, but, like, I always wondered, like, so wait, everything else was on point. We were attracted to one another, this, that, and there was something that killed it. And you know what it was? It was you, because you didn't have enough pride in you. You weren't mature enough to just open up and be like, look, everybody, I don't care what you say, this is my girl. And if you got to know her too, you would love her too. Like, honestly, like, you know, but then again, there are guys that their boys mean more, or there are guys that are mama's boys, and they don't want to upset their mama. Like, and I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing to be a mama's boy, because, you know, it's good to have your mother around, you know, but don't be such a mama's boy when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and above, and then it's going to ruin your life because you want to actually meet somebody and be with somebody, and because maybe your friends or family or your mother or whoever see, like, oh, why are you going to be with her? She's so fat. She's this, she's that. Get a skinny chick. Yeah, where the skinny chick might use you, hurt you, cheat on you, whatever. Meanwhile, and I'm not saying just because we're big, we won't. Big girls do the same thing, but if you were really in love with the girl that was big, but didn't stay with her because of them telling you shouldn't, then you go ahead and date somebody else that you regret it, but that's your own problem, because then it's going to be too late to get the girl back that you wanted. You know, like, it just makes me laugh because you're in the closet about liking bigger, full-figured women. Like, you'll do it online, you'll do it if you want to hang out, but you'll never express it more than that. What's the point? Then why be even a BBW lover online if you're not going to let it get past a certain point? What is the point?
I mean, it's true. I mean, why even, like, be a part of the groups? Why even contact the person?
Why waste your time? Why waste our time? That's how I feel. Why are you wasting my time? And why are you wasting your own when you could be contacting a girl that you would want to be in public with? Contact the skinny chick that you would take in public. Don't contact me because you are attracted to me, but yet you don't want to, oh, me and my boys, you know, we're all going to go out with our girls. You don't want me to be there, but you want me to be in the bedroom with you. Or you don't want me to be there, but you want me to be there with you for other stuff, but you don't want to. So why even be and in the Closet BBW Lover if you're not going to take it to the next step. It's just no point. So if there's any guys watching this that really do like big girls, I'm proud of you, because if you date them and take pictures with them and go out with them and show off your girl and because she's beautiful, I'm proud of you. And I give you lots of respect and props. But to the guys out there that are not 100% BBW lovers and you only keep it online or you keep it hidden from your friends and family, to be honest, 2 words: you suck, because there is no point. There is no point. Like, if you think you're getting somewhere, you're not, because it's all going to come out on the table, and then that's when the shit's going to hit the fan, and things are going to go down.
You're only going to ruin it for yourself. You're only
Exactly.
going to, and like I said, eventually something's going to come up, and you're going to talk about it, and you're going to be like, how come we never do this? How come we never go anywhere every time I come here? It's always inside. Oh, you know, and I'm just like, yeah, but there's a reason. But then like, oh no, it's nothing. It's not you. I'm like, yeah, it's not me.
That's the perfect quote. I love that quote. It's not you, it's me. Okay? Don't tell me it's not you, it's me, because I'll tell you right now, I'll tell you the real deal of the quote. No, it's not me, it's you. You know, like, it's, like, I'm not going to say, a lot of people don't like to blame the other person. I think by blaming themselves, it makes them sound better. Not me. I'll tell you, no, me, there's something with me, and, you know, it's something with this and something with that, where other people feel like, whatever. Either way, it's just being an in the Closet BBW lover is not worth it. There's still going to be men that do it. They're going to think, oh, who cares, whatever. Have the time of your life, but you're going to see it's going to get you nowhere. So have fun yourself. But we'll end here. We will come back with more videos like this, because we see that we do get a lot of views on this and stuff. And we're also doing it because this is stuff that we've been through, and we're hoping that it helps everybody else out there. So
also, if you have any subjects or topics we have not covered and you feel like you want us to, leave them in the comments. Like I said, we'll definitely look at it. If we could think of enough things to bring up to make a video, we'll do it.
Oh, definitely.
You know, if you don't want to mention the comments, we do have an email address. I always have that linked. If you go about me on our page, it's linked there. You could just email us. I'll definitely, just let me know what you emailed you guys. I'll definitely check it. You know, like all our pages. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, Snapchat. Made a few accounts, yes. So follow us.
Follow us, like us, subscribe, comment, share, and again, keep the comments positive. Any negativity will be deleted, ignored, and removed. So don't even bother. Like, again, this is going to be at our ending of everything, because there are some people out there that are cruel for no reason. But if you're going to be negative, don't even bother, because you're not going to get a response. It's just going to be removed and deleted, and you're going to be gone too. So don't even bother. We love you guys. Stay safe. Be happy. Hope you enjoy these. And again, comment, like, subscribe, and
thumbs up, whatever.
Yes. And if you know anybody that does like the stuff that we do, like the little videos we do, tell them to join our 2FG fam. We love you guys. Have a good day.
Bye.